2020 academic year has been put on hold for some 2 months because of COVID-19. While many pupils learn from their homes, for some this is a luxury. And our reporter Masego Ratlaga has been comparing the lives of two quite different matric students. And she joins us now. Good evening, Masego. Tell us a little bit more about the two students that you've been chatting to.
Good evening, Sally. Well, when I had a chat with the two pupils in matric, Sally, we profiled both the pupils in matric, 17 years old, both of them female. The one pupil is from the Gauteng province. She goes to a school in Johannesburg. She's able to, Sally, for instance, hand in her assignments, writes tests online. She's able to learn online. She actually even has access to her teachers, who she can either email or call between 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So really, Untatile Maitufi from Johannesburg is able to learn and actually wakes up in the morning as if she's going to school and has, her own routine while she's at home. So while she's been able to study and she's been, she does say when I speak to her that she realizes how fortunate she is. Here where I am in the northwest in a village called Mapaputle, some pupils are not as lucky. Actually, all of them here in this area, Sally. I spoke to Ina Khaneng from this area. She, for instance, has done absolutely no learning for the past 2 months since she's been at home. She says she tries, although she struggles, for instance, with subjects such as maths and geography, Sally. She's not able to actually do it best because she has no interaction with her teacher. She doesn't have, for instance, what we would take for granted in a province such as Gauteng, a cell phone where she can download WhatsApp. And Sally, right now, Mukhumutu Siduki and I, as you can see, we're using the camera light so that you can see me. But I'm going to ask my colleague to switch off the camera light so that you can see how dark this area is, Sally. I'm sure you can't see me anymore. This is, the situation that they find themselves in here in Mapaputle. They are in the northwest province, right next to, the border of Botswana. And, the matric people that I spoke to today says that she, in fact, can't wait until the 1st of June to be able to go back to school and learn, because the last thing she learned was during the first term of schooling. As you remember, schools were shut in March. So really, Sally, very different life situations from these two pupils, both of them very anxious about their matric results at the end of the year and whether they can use those results to actually apply at university.
It is such an interesting contrast that you are drawing for us here, Masego, that for children at well-resourced, often city-based schools, even children who are underprivileged but who go to well-resourced schools, there's a lot of outreach from that school to provide devices, to provide airtime, whereas for the 17-year-old that you've described in the northwest, going back to school is her only hope of continuing her studies. Do they both want to go back to school? I mean, you've mentioned that the 17-year-old in the northwest has to get back and wants to get back. Are they both keen to go back to school?
Well, actually, the pupil that I spoke to in Gauteng says that because she's been able to do so well at home, because of the fact that she's been able to still learn and get, contact her teachers, and even, because she's a prefect where she goes, Sally, at the school that she attends, and she says they have Zoom meetings. Now, Zoom in this area is something that, the people in this area have no idea what it really is. So Untatile says she really doesn't mind if she gets to, stay at home and continue studying this way to protect herself from, contracting the COVID-19 disease. Although she does miss, for instance, that physical interaction with her friends and her teachers, she says she's been doing okay. But like you rightfully say, Sally, here in Mapaputle, this is her only option for the 1st of June to kick in so that she can go back to school and show her teachers all the things that she's been struggling with while she's at home. I mean, she showed me, for instance, Sally, she has, those textbooks that actually guide you. But even with that, with the subjects that she struggles with, which is maths and geography, she says she just needs a teacher who will be able to explain. She cannot even have WhatsApp to be able to send her teacher a message. And she actually says that even if she did have WhatsApp, the network here is so terrible that it would make it very difficult for her. I mean, Mukhumutsi and I have been here since early this afternoon, actually in the morning, trying to be able to speak to you guys in the office, and it's been quite traumatic for us even, or rather frustrating. So imagine these guys, they live this way, it's their everyday life.
Yeah, absolutely, Maseko. We've been battling for the last hour to get a stable line through to you, and thank you so much for bringing us that story and highlighting that for people like the young lady in the Northwest, going back to school is an absolute necessity to have any chance of passing matric. But of course, it's those very same rural schools where we have to be absolutely vigilant that safety protocols are put in place and the children are not at risk. So such an important point that you highlighted there. Thank you so much. That's our reporter Maseko Ratlacha coming to us live from the Northwest Province.